let's talk about guns.
Yes.
Okay. And gun
control.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
shit.
Those are
shit.
You're covering up your guns though. I don't know what I'm looking.
Sweatshirt, you can still see them. They're pronounced.
True. True.
Those are illegal.
You should have seen him in a ball gown yesterday.
I wasn't here yesterday. Now I'm curious what the ball gown was.
I'm not wrong. It was a ball gown.
Really? You were wearing a ball gown?
She was going to a gala yesterday.
That's gotta be the most
I had glitter.
fancy anyone's showed up to JustKiddingNews.
It looked fantastic.
Accessorize a ball gag with a ball gown?
Yes, absolutely.
You can't.
Yeah.
I could do it for you.
All right.
See you next time on JK News. Patreon exclusive. Gio is in a ball gag with a ball gown.
You're in the ball gag with the ball gag.
Fine.
True. What if we all have ball gags on?
Oh, I'm down.
Except for the host. And then Tiff would love it. Tiff would be in heaven.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, would she? Yeah, I guess so. All right, so Walmart is thinking about pulling guns and ammo from the store display.
I saw that this morning because of public unrest. My friend just shared it.
Shit.
So yeah, so basically the election's coming up. I don't know if this video is gonna come out after or before the election, but if it, but as of today, we're like literally 1, 2, 3, 4,
4 days?
5 days, 4 days away from the election.
Was it November 3rd or 2nd?
Third.
Yeah, it's on Tuesday. But anyways, a lot of people are anticipating some sort of civil unrest, regardless of who wins, and like tensions with this whole political thing has, not diminished whatsoever over the course of the last 4 years.
Well, after COVID toilet paper, I'm getting all kinds of shit before this. Just because of that. It was crazy.
True.
I stockpiled on beans. They last a long time.
I have a police officer friend, and then their chief already told the whole department, whatever family events you have planned for November and Thanksgiving, just go ahead and cancel everything.
Really?
Everything, like,
and our friend was like, ha ha, joke's on you, I ain't got family.
Yeah, they're expecting it to be crazy, so they're like, we just need everyone on standby.
Yeah, everyone in downtown, like our downtown
nuts.
right now, like they're all prepping their shops. Like they're cutting up boards and stuff.
Oh really? For riots?
Just in case.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was on Instagram. I saw Phil. Phil just had his birthday from Wong Fu.
Oh, cool.
Happy birthday, Phil.
No happy birthday.
Okay, belated birthday.
Sad birthday.
Sad birthday. Yeah, but he was celebrating, and people were outside just like setting off fireworks and like just in the street. Oh man, you know what? Maybe they were celebrating because it could have been
It was the Dodger win.
Dodgers thing or something.
Or his birthday.
Maybe it was. Maybe they were just all celebrating his birthday. But point is, yeah, like. LA is
A lot of Wong Fu fans in LA apparently. Like the Dodgers won.
Yep.
You prick.
I was totally wrong on that. You're right. You're totally right. But yeah, so Walmart is thinking about pulling off the guns and pulling guns and ammunitions off the sales floor. Basically, they're thinking, people might come in and steal and just start.
That's dangerous.
We don't even have guns at LA Walmart though.
No,
Any Walmarts in LA?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, we don't.
But they're talking about the other ones, right?
Yeah, across
like
the
in
nation.
Fresno or something?
Yeah. Across the nation.
Yes. The
Yeah,
whole
so-
nation is affected.
It goes from here to Fresno, really.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So yeah, Walmart is actually one of the major sellers of guns and ammunition, which I didn't know. I just thought Walmart was just a retailer store, but apparently a lot of people go to Walmart specifically for guns and not
They got
stores.
good prices.
And they got good prices. Dang. So and
Been a rollback on this Desert Eagle.
It's because they're so huge. It's like Amazon that they can buy them in bulk and they can sell it way cheaper than everybody else. So you get some good shit for like, a couple bucks off.
I got cheap
Why
ammo at
not?
Walmart.
Yeah, ammo's cheap. Everything's cheap. But
never gone to the guns side of Walmart.
Well, the LA ones don't have the guns.
No, even in Texas, I just never gone over there because like I don't know, like for me, like as a kid, I always thought guns were scary and bad, and so like I was like near the gun area. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bright and colorful toy section over there. Peace out.
it's next to the fishing area.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna drive by my gun store after JK today and just see if there's a line, because that would tell me a lot.
There probably would be.
Yeah, because pre-COVID, just before they shut everything down, there was a line going fucking blocks.
Yeah, every gun store is crazy. They were showing it all over the news.
And there was no ammo anywhere.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's why people just need to move into Mexican neighborhoods.
True. You know the crazy.
Why? What's in there?
Because what happens during like protests and stuff, Mexicans, they get the hot dogs ready.
We know how to turn a profit.
They're just like, oh shit, there's gonna be some civil unrest. Well, they're gonna be hungry from all that protesting, right?
So much foot traffic.
Start fucking getting all the carts ready.
That's really good.
Every time I was out the fucking protest, because I used to live in downtown LA, right?
Yeah.
Every single time there's like some kind of like activism or whatever, like gay rights or whatever, right? There's a ton of Mexicans just ready with the bacon hot dogs.
Sometimes they're Guatemalan, all right?
Do you think protesters are like, oh shit, I need to get cash first?
Yeah, exactly, right?
No, they got fucking yeah, like what do you call it? Cash App
Oh,
shit
yeah,
now.
okay, they
so
got the
they're just
Apple Pay.
like, yeah, they're ready
that's
to go,
smart.
dude.
It's tight.
Yup, and I'm like, man,
No onion, no justice, no peace.
Mustard though, I said only mustard.
how much is that cactus?
But yeah, fun fact, 5 million Americans bought a gun for the first time in 2020.
Whoa.
5 million.
5 million. That tells you how crazy 2020 is. Like people that never had guns decided that this was the year that they need to have a little protection and whatnot.
I was in line with
People
that.
that are against guns, this is like the worst nightmare year.
They probably are in line now getting the gun.
They're probably like, oh shit, I might need it.
Exactly. No, I know people who are like, who have been the biggest anti-gun people who are like, I'm thinking about getting a gun.
And I know
Yes.
40% of that number is first-time gun buyers too.
That's
So
scary.
almost half of it is the first time they're just like, I don't know what's going on this year. We need to go and buy something.
I was in line with those people because they couldn't believe that you can't just walk into a gun store and buy a gun immediately. And they were fucking yelling at these
So you
people.
kept hearing 10 days.
Yeah, well, no, it's a 14-day wait from the Justice Department.
Even Walmart's like that. If you go to Walmart,
California.
you put your name down, and then 10 days later you get the
It's
gun.
so funny that the
California.
same people that are like, we need more fucking rules because people shouldn't be able to just walk in and buy a gun, and then they go in and they can't just walk in and buy a gun, and they're like,
What the fuck?
I need it now!
10 days?
But the riot's happening now! I need it!
It's like, but you put these in, you put it in practice, bro.
People are so fucking dumb,
Dude, some like Vice journalist did that like a year ago. They were like, apparently you can't just walk in and buy a gun. And it's like, no shit. People who own guns know that already.
And then the only people that say this lie are the politicians that are trying to put more restrictions on guns. They lie to the people and just say, yeah, it shouldn't be a law, it should be against the law to just walk in and fucking buy a gun whenever you want.
Well, maybe they're going
doesn't
to
even
certain
fucking
places.
happen.
Cause like you can go a lot of places and just buy a gun, not legally.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's illegal.
But yeah, there's a bunch of
back
people who
alleys.
just got guns.
But some states you can also just go in and buy it too.
Oh, there's a huge black market for guns.
Hunting rifles is not the same as a handgun in a lot of places. so
Right,
you can
yeah.
just get
That's
it.
actually interesting that you brought that up because I learned that back in the 90s at some point, Walmart they actually stopped selling handguns at Walmart. So they only had hunting rifles and rifles of all sorts. And then back in 2015 or something like that, they stopped selling assault rifles or whatever. And so there's a lot of, I don't know the differences, yeah.
There's a fake
Oh, I'm
name.
like, what the fuck is an assault
An
rifle?
AR is not an assault rifle.
There's technically no assault rifles for sale in the civilian
Rifles
market.
that have been used for assault.
It's just like this.
right.
Okay, so this is the difference, right? It's a way of propaganda. So for example, this is a sword. Okay?
an assault
it's a samurai sword. But it looks scary, so it's an assault sword. Let's say you have another one, right? Same thing, same mechanism, but it's now this is a historical display sword. It's different. One's scarier than the other one. This one, it does the same fucking thing. And that's
So is that one not sharp? No, it's really sharp.
Dude, that's the issue with the whole assault rifle thing. They're like, oh no, the hunting ones are cool, but these scary looking ones that look military style, those are assault. They do the same exact thing. Right.
They put a bullet into something.
They function similarly. There's a magazine that you can load up into it. Like, it's the same.
It's semi-auto, so you have to pull for each trigger unless you got a bump stock, which they just outlawed. So it's like,
But when it's automatic, is that when they say, okay, now this is the bad guy, this is the assault.
Yeah, but automatic rifles are illegal.
yeah, they have been
They
since like
banned
the
in
early
the
90s.
80s. Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
Some of the arguments I hear then are, yes, those are banned, but then they're like, well, why do you need such firepower? Like, because some of these have like different, like the bullets will do X amount of damage depending on the size of the bullet.
Because I don't know you. That's why.
I don't know how strong this dude is.
What are you talking about? I don't know. Somebody's not trying to break into my house and I don't know them.
But that's like, so questions like that to me, you're not looking for a solution, you're looking for an argument.
To be right.
Because it's almost like, why do you need more than 10 gallons of gas on your car? Why does it have to be 20 gallons? Right. You're just like arguing the hypothetical now, you know what I mean?
Right, because they can't fathom the idea of like, well, you might have 5 guys that come in to do a home invasion robbery, right? And they're like, well, I have 10 bullets. That's 2 bullets per person. I don't need more than that. It's like, how do you fucking know if you don't train? How do you fucking know if you don't even train people miss shots, right? Or like, there's so many different things where it's based off of people who don't know shit about what they're talking about. It's like, if I don't know how a car works, if I don't really know how to drive that well, why am I gonna make laws about cars? And I think those arguments of like, oh, why can't we just have the little bullets and why do you have the big bullets? Those are coming from people who have no fucking clue of how this mechanism works or what.
You should have a flintlock rifle that you have to fucking put the, because that's what they said when they were doing the Constitution.
Or the hunting ones are completely fine. The hunting ones are okay, but like the ones that are scary and assault.
But like you said, during a home invasion, which by the way happens all the fucking time, especially during COVID, they've gone up, and many people have successfully defended themselves using these weapons that we're talking about. These scary ARs.
Evacuations.
But that's what sucks, right? Is that we have these politicians who kind of pander to this group of people and they fearmonger, and they do a disservice because they basically play with stupid. They're not even talking about guns in the way where it should be talked about. They're just kind of spreading fear.
But this is what
decide how they should be talked about. Because, okay, so you said it's people who just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What if it's people who are just against death? Where it's like, have a gun if you feel like you need protection. Someone's breaking in your house, fire in the air, they run away. That's what people think. Why do you need to fucking murder everybody who broke into your house? What if they were just trying to steal some shit and they weren't trying to murder you?
But I don't know that.
That's not my argument.
Right.
I'm asking the question.
You're totally right.
You're absolutely right.
There is truth. I mean,
but I don't know them. That's my whole argument. I don't know what their intention is.
I actually agree with the idea of less force, right? Like if you could use martial arts to take somebody down, for sure. If you can use, like the last resort is gonna be murder.
But how do you know they're there to take shit and not to rape your wife?
That's the point.
My whole thing.
So that's the point is that
they don't show up and go, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do right now, just so you know.
So it's unrealistic because the people who are throwing these hypotheticals, they've never been in dangerous situations. They've never trained in any type of combat. They don't understand any of these things because these questions don't come from people who's been in war, law enforcement, any type of aggressive and violent situation, because they come from minds of people who can't even understand violence. They'll be like, well, if he's just coming in to like steal your shit, you could be like, yeah, go ahead, take it. But like, what are you gonna, you don't even have the minute to be like, hey, are you gonna, yo, we're cool, right? Like, you're not gonna stab me. Like, I know you got a knife in your hand, but like, yo, you could just take this. How do you know that that guy's not on fucking crack and he's like, you're a demon and I'm gonna cut your throat, I don't care about your money?
Yeah. How do you know that guy's not having his wife dying and he needs somebody to call and there's nobody? You don't know anything.
Yeah,
so I think people are like, why is that the solution when it could be this or this or this? And when it comes to the fucking AR-15s and shit like that, where you're just sweeping the motherfucker.
It's not sweeping a motherfucker though, because when you have an AR-15, you have to pull. You can't just hold the trigger down and go like that's. It just doesn't work like that. Yeah. So it's not.
I think the actual solution that most like people that support the Second Amendment, what they're trying to advocate for is you just being responsible for your own safety. Yeah. That's all they're really. That's so for them.
I agree.
Yeah. So for them, it's like if someone comes in, statistics show that neighborhoods that are more armed, there's just less crime because people know you can't really fuck around here. Yeah. In the neighborhoods where there's hella gun control, but there's a lot of crime because people fuck around a lot. So I think
that's what people target old people.
Yeah. So I think for them, they're just saying like being responsible like for your own safety. It's the worst case scenario if you have to shoot a bad guy down. But at the end of the day, your safety is still in your own hands if you have to and if you must. That's the thought process.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely I feel that way too. Like, I'm definitely not against guns. I feel like everybody should fucking have one because of what you said.
Yeah.
And it should be open carry so they know I got this shit, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like there's so many instances of people not taking down a bad guy.
Yeah.
They were in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Not the guy that got killed, the guy with the gun. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So it's like, I get why there is even an argument. I just feel like nobody's taking the time to think of an actual solution.
But that's why I'm for background checks. Background checks, 14 days.
But that doesn't mean shit.
Well, no, of course not. If not for first-time offenders, but at least we could do a better job of.
But you could be a person who's never done anything. Now you have a gun and somebody's been pissing you off and you just have a bad day. Like
it becomes an option now.
Yeah, it becomes an option.
Yeah.
So it's like,
scary.
What do you do though? There is no answer.
Minority report, dude. We need fucking psychics who are figuring out who's going to be doing it before it happens.
That's why I think
and have a strike force.
If there's going to be protests and crazy riots, or protests turning into riots.
No, they showed us that we'd be doing this with our hands though, and like screens.
Precogs.
That's why it's one of those topics in just our culture specifically that's so complicated because it's not just one thing. Like, it's not just for hunting, it's not just for self-protection, it's not just for because we have the right of assemble militia in case of a tyrannical government. There's multiple reasons and there's different purposes, right? It might be for defense. It might be a way of life, like someone who's in the hills who needs a gun in order to hunt, so because he needs his protein and they don't go to the market.
Meathead.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different reasons, and there's like even lifestyle and culture. Like in the city, we tend to be less gun friendly because the population is so dense, and we don't have space for all the rifles and shit, right? And it's a different kind of like lifestyle than being in the country where like a gun is a good tool.
Well, they also, if you're calling the cops in the country, it's going to take an hour sometimes.
Right, and you gotta protect your own place,
Yeah.
and there might be crazy guys that are like just doing road trip kill sprees. You don't know, right? So I think because it's so complicated like that, it's one of those things where it's so difficult to solve, and it sucks because it's already something that we're born into. Like we born into this society with millions of fucking guns out there already.
400 million guns.
Yeah, so when people are just like, just get rid of them, it's like, shut the fuck up, you naive piece of
It's
shit.
not realistic.
We're gonna get rid of the legal ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like just to close out the video, like speaking about the person we were talking about, like this guy's just having a really bad day and his gun is an option. There's also millions of other options. He can take a knife to his neighbor. He could drive his car through his neighbor's, house. So I think like for the people that are advocating for guns, they're like, it's never really the tool. It always has to start with the person. Yeah. So that's why for them, they're like, eliminating the gun doesn't do anything.